This question is on debtors ledger. In this question, they give you a debtors ledger and then they ask you questions. So the first thing they ask you to do is to refer to the debtors ledger and complete missing details for A to J. So if we have a look at the debtors ledger that we're given, A is journal voucher interest. We charge interest on debtors here, and that gets done in the general journal. So A will be GJ. B, CRJ, the account is decreasing, so therefore a debtor would have paid you back. So the source document for that would either be bank statement or receipt. To get C, obviously you're going to take the 16,480 minus the 7,800, which gives you 8,680. And then for D, it's on the same day as the transaction here, so we must have given discount. So D will be discount allowed, and that 200 Rand here will also get subtracted, which will take your balance down to 8,480. If you look at F, that's DAJ, which means stock has been returned. So the source document, remember under debtors ledger, your source document is always recorded under the details column. The same applies for creditors ledger. The details column is used for source document. So the source document for DAJ there would be a credit note. And then G is an invoice. If you sell on credit, the journal used there is the debtors journal. And then they give you H here. To work out H, it's not difficult. The balance goes from 4,730 up to 12,600. So you're going to subtract those two to get H of 7,870. Then these transactions here, I filled the answers in for you, but this is actually old syllabus. This used to happen when we dealt with checks, when a debtor's check didn't go through the bank. So I don't want you to worry about that in this case because it's not part of your syllabus. Okay, then the next question. Would you be satisfied with the way in which Slimy is handling his account? Give 3 reasons for your answer. Because of the old syllabus aspect, you can only give 2 reasons. Okay, if you have a look here, alright, look at the fact that we're charging interest. When are you going to charge interest? Obviously when a debtor is not paying you back in time. And then also if you look at the balance here, the balance has increased from 16,000 to 20,600. Okay, in other words, he's taking too long to pay his account because he was charged interest and his balance is going up. He's not actually paying back more than he owes. He's actually buying more on credit from us and paying back not as much. Okay, then the next one, the interest charged on the 1st of April, that's this 480, was for 2 months. Calculate the annual interest rate charged if it was charged on the opening balance. The first thing you need to do here is you need to get this interest for the year. Okay, so you're going to take that 480 and it was for 2 months. So you're going to divide by 2 and then times by 12, which will give you 2,880 for the year. You then take that 2,880 divided by the opening balance, and because you want a percentage, you multiply by 100 over 1 and you get 18%. Then on the 9th of April, Slimy returned stock. There's 2 possible reasons for this, and in each case suggests a possible solution to reduce his return of stock. Okay, there are various answers here. The first thing we could have done is delivered the incorrect stock, and a solution to that is obviously to check the order before you send it off. Make sure you're sending the correct items. Second thing, stock could have been damaged or was of poor quality. The solution to that is to improve the quality of the goods that you deliver to your debtor. Then, assuming that the cost price of the stock returned was 1,500, calculate the markup percentage. Okay, the cost price was 1500 and the selling price here was 3750. To calculate markup, you take gross profit, which is 3750 minus the cost price of 1500 as a percentage of the cost price, and you get 150%. And then the last one, when stock is returned by a customer, both the selling price and the cost price of stock are recorded, which GAAP rule is being applied. That's your matching. You're comparing the income, that's the sales, against the expense, that's the cost of sales, to calculate profits. Okay, so for your debtors and creditors ledger, this is a question where you get given one and get asked questions. You could also get given some transactions and asked to do the actual accounts. So you need to know both methods there, both types of questions. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.